Hi children, I hope you're all well and happy, and I hope you're also being good for your family. So it's time for another story and 4 more activities for you to have a go at this week. And today we're going to read A Room on the Broom, which is one of my absolute favourites. So Room on the Broom by Julia Donaldson. The witch had a cat and a very tall hat, and long ginger hair which she wore in a plait. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind. But how the witch wailed and how the cat spat when the wind blew so wildly it blew off her hat. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. Then out of the bushes on thundering paws there bounded a dog with the hat in his jaws. He dropped it politely and eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, I am a dog, as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me? Yes, cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the fields and the forests they flew. The dog wagged his tail and the stormy wind blew. The witch laughed aloud and held on to her hat, but away blew the bow from her long ginger plait. Oh no! Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. Then out from a tree with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with the bow in its beak. She dropped it politely and bent her head low. And then, said the witch, tied the plait in her bow, I am a bird as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me? Yes, cried the witch. So the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the reeds and the rivers they flew. The bird shrieked with glee and the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. Then all of a sudden, from out of a pond, leapt a dripping wet frog with a dripping wet wand. He dropped it politely, then said with a croak, as the witch dried the wand on a fold of her cloak, I am a frog as clean as can be. Is there room on the broom for a frog like me? Yes, cried the witch. So the frog bounded on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the mountains and the moors they flew. The frog jumped for joy and the broom snapped in two. Down fell the cat and the dog and the frog. Down they went tumbling into a bog. The witch's half broomstick flew into a cloud, and the witch heard a roar that was scary and loud. Uh-oh. I am a dragon, as mean as can be, and I'm planning to have witch and chips for my tea. No, cried the witch, flying higher and higher. The dragon flew after her, breathing out fire. Help, cried the witch, flying down to the ground. She looked all around, but no help could be found. The dragon drew nearer and, licking his lips, said, maybe this once I'll have witch without chips. But just as he planned to begin on his feast, from out of a ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark and sticky, and feathered and furred. It had 4 frightful heads and wings like a bird. And its terrible voice, when it started to speak, was a yowl and a growl and a croak and a shriek. It dripped and it squelched and it strode from the ditch, and it said to the dragon, buzz off, that's my witch. Oh, he looks frightened. The dragon drew back and he started to shake. I'm sorry, he spluttered, I've made a mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly. And he spread out his wings and was off through the sky. Then down flew the bird, and down jumped the frog, down climbed the cat, and phew, said the dog. Oh, thank thank you, the grateful witch cried. Without you, I'd be in that dragon's inside. Then she filled up her cauldron and said with a grin, find something, everyone, throw something in. So the frog found a lily and the cat found a cone, the bird found a twig and the dog found a bone. They threw them all in and the witch stirred them well. While she was stirring, she muttered a spell. Iggity, ziggity, zaggity, zoom, and then out rose a truly magnificent broom, with seats for the witch and the cat and the dog, and a nest for the bird and a shower for the frog. Yes, cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. There we go, I hope you enjoyed that story. So your activities for this week, task 1, there's lots of different rhyming words in the book, like room and broom and cat and hat, and I would like you to find some words that rhyme with dog, hat, tree and bow. Now I know one of Miss Ward's tasks a couple of weeks ago was for you to find some rhyming words, and it's something that we should have been doing a lot this term in school. So can you find some rhyming words? They can be real words like log or bog, or they could be made up words like rog or something, okay? Task 2 is the witch would like a new hat. She would like a new hat that doesn't fly off when she's flying on her broomstick. And she's going to get a cauldron and she's going to make a spell to magic herself a new hat. And she would like you to write a recipe of everything that she needs to go in the cauldron to make her a new hat. And can you use quantities as well? For example, 3 spider webs or 14 leaves. And maybe you could use words like a sprinkle of mud or a scoop of slime. So think of some quantities and some disgusting things that she can put in her cauldron to make her a new hat. And maybe you could write the spell that she needs to say to make the new hat. And then task 3, I would like you to write a character description for the witch. So have a look at her and can you think of some simple sentences to describe her appearance, so how she looks. For example, the witch has a hat. She has ginger hair. And then can you also think of some sentences to describe her personality? For example, she is kind. And don't forget your capital letters, full stops and finger spaces. And then finally, task 4 is I would like you to use this story sheet to think of some new adventures for the witch. So you need to choose one thing from each box and have a go at verbally telling the story of where else the witch could go and who else she might meet. For example, the witch is flying on her broomstick when all of a sudden she drops her phone. She goes down and she lands in a desert and she looks all around for her phone where she meets a buzzy bee. And the bee has her phone and gives it back to her, and the bee climbs onto the broomstick and off they go to the supermarket, okay? And you can make a new story each time. Maybe you and someone else in your family could have a go at taking it in turns to tell a new story for the witch, and maybe you could draw a picture of your favourite one. So I will attach this to the blog and I will also insert it into the video now, so you can pause the video and use it to make your own stories for the witch. Okay, so there is your activities for this week. I hope you enjoyed them. The activities this week are quite literacy based, so make sure you're still practicing things like your numbers and counting. Room on the Broom is also available on BBC iPlayer, so I will put the link in the blog for you to watch that as well. Keep working hard, children. We are missing you so much in school and can't wait to see you. Have a lovely week. Bye.